everyone, much apologies for skipping on my posting and for all my live video problems. Is there an echo? Please let me know if y'all can hear the echo, because I'm in a different location and there's a lot of bouncing sound waves. Anywho, this is a pick a card reading. It's going to be very quick. It's a message from your angels. You have 3 piles to choose from: pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3. I'll give you a minute to digest what is good for you. Okay, let's get into it. For pile number 1, give me 1 second. Okay, what are your angels trying to tell you? For pile number 1, please tell us, what are your angels trying to tell you? You might be not really listening to your intuition right now. Let's keep going. Could also mean a secret divulging. Ha 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 ha. For pile number 1, what are the angels trying to tell pile number 1? What are their angels trying to tell pile number 1? One more shuffle. Thank you, Spirit. What are the angels trying to tell pile number 1? We have the 9 of Cups reversed. We have Judgment reversed. And we have the 9 of Swords reversed. So I'm feeling like this is a pile who might be hoping for reconciliation with a loved one with this Judgment reversed. And I feel like you might be having some trouble because it's not in your 3D reality, right? Like you might have been waiting on reconnecting with someone you love for a long time, right? You might have not spoken to them in years. And so maybe you're at a spot where you're like, is this false hope? Why am I even hanging on to this? Is it even going to happen? You know, the 9 of Cups is the wish card. This is like wishes not being granted. With the Judgment reversed, it's kind of like not being able to ascend up to that next level, right? Like not being able to cross that threshold, right? Like always being stuck in this same place, and you can't see any movement up from this, right? You can't see any like level up, any way forward, any coming out of this. But I think with the High Priestess reverse, this is saying like you are focusing too heavily on your material world instead of your inner knowing, right? So maybe inside you know that a reconciliation is going to take place. Maybe inside you know that things are going to get better, that you're going to, you know, that life cannot stay the same way forever. Life cannot stay in these old patterns, and maybe you have taken all the necessary precautions, you know, not precautions, but the necessary steps to achieve what you desire, to achieve these wishes. And, you know, maybe this is with Judgment. The Judgment card is kind of like surrender. So let's say that, and the 9 of Cups is a very law of attraction card. So let's say that you have done your manifestations, that you have thought positive, you know, for a long time, and you have done the internal work. You have really dedicated yourself to freeing, getting rid of any mental blockages you have, right? Purging anything that's in your head that doesn't serve you. So you've done the spiritual work, and I think not seeing it in your 3D is like, what the hell was that for? But the thing with Judgment, I said Judgment is about surrender, right? So this is about like releasing all of the things that you have called into you, right? All of your manifestations, all of the things you have affirmed in your law of attraction journey, and letting angels, God, a higher power take care of the rest. Because with Judgment, we sort of have to release, like, this is a card about the rapture. Archangel Gabriel comes down, blows his horn, and says, okay, it's time to get away from earth. Are you coming up to heaven with me? And a lot of times with the Judgment, I give the story that sometimes it can be easier to stay stuck in our own misery rather than, you know, beam up to heaven, even though, like, you know, heaven is the ultimate goal. It's like unfamiliar, right? It's the unknown. So because there are things unknown, right, with this high priestess, because there are things unknown, because they're not in your 3D reality yet, like, how is this going to happen? Why is this happening? When will it happen? And wanting to know all the details, it's like you're not putting your trust into a higher power to get you to that next level of ascension, to that next level of spiritual growth, right? To that next chapter in your life, right? And so in a way, you know, you might find some small comfort in doing things that you've already have done, because that's what's familiar to you, right? But I think more so for this group, this is about a group who has made the proper, has gotten into that alignment, right? Has been dedicated to thinking positively, to letting go of old baggage and all of that. But it's just not in the 3D reality right now. It's in the 5D. It's being like, the matrix is being created on the other side. And if you, you know, spend your time worrying about when or how or why is this happening to me, then it slows down that creation on the other side, because it's like your angels and your spirit guides, it's like you're telling them that you don't trust them to do their job, right? That you don't trust that you can rely on them to create the life that both of you guys co-create together, right? And I think the reason why it's not happening now is there might be 1, 2, 3, however many little kinks to purge before you can level up, right? There might be a few small lessons you need to learn before you can surrender to that higher power. Some negative thought patterns that might have even gone back as far as childhood, right? Oops, let me scoot this over. I like to be center. Did not know that was okay. Sorry. So I feel like, you know, you might have felt like you sorted out a lot of baggage, but there's still like a little more baggage to sort out. And these negative thought patterns, they can be hard, right? Soul work is hard. Soul work is dedication. Soul work is looking at the ugliest parts of yourself, accepting and loving those ugly parts, and, you know, trying to do the best you can to ascend past those ugly parts, right? To get away from that hell on earth, from the hell in your head, right? So it is a challenge, but I think this is going to require some sort of release on your part. Let me get an angel card, an angel oracle card, to give you a little more clarification. Let's see. Spirit, give us one angel card for pile number 1. Pile number 1. One more shuffle. So the angel card that you got is Teresa, and she says, time out. You've been so busy taking care of everyone else's needs, but now it's time to stop and take care of yourself. So yeah, like I said, with this purging, I feel like this is requiring you to look inward and practice some internal work for yourself. Go deep within, take a break, take a rest from this mental worry of when is it going to happen, how is it going to happen, and just focus on you, boo. Focus on getting like realignment within yourself. With the 9 of Cups, the 9 of Cups is my fat and happy card sometimes. So whenever it's upright, it says, the message to me is to be grateful and content in the present moment. And when you are in that space of contentment, then your vibration is aligned, right, to the present moment. And so that's when you are in the receptive mode, right? Because when your vibration is raised, then your frequency, it's like tuning an antenna, right? And so you're tuning in those wishes whenever you feel like relaxed and at peace, right? And the only way you're going to feel relaxed and at peace is to take time out for yourself. And so, asking, when is it going to happen? How is it going to happen? Why is this happening to me? I feel like for this group, this, like I said, with the 3D reality, this is relying too heavily on an external source instead of reconnecting with your higher self, your inner knowledge, and what you intuitively know. And being in that present moment to appreciate what is going on at this exact moment, right? So just like a small example I'll make real quick, because sometimes like I've gotten annoyed with this message before too, right? But let's say you're in a twin flame separation and you're like, why are we separated? If it was like a beautiful love, why are we separated, right? But that separation shows you something too, right? That separation is contrast to a beautiful union. That separation shows you, can give you a deeper appreciation, right? Scarcity can give us a deeper appreciation for things others take for granted, right? Let's say you've been single for 100 years and all of your friends are getting married this summer, and it's like, when is it my turn? Love might come easily to them, but they might also go through a lot of divorces, go through a lot of breakups, have a lot of relationship drama, and you're sort of protected from all of that, right? So there's some sort of blessing in this, like a blessing in disguise, and I feel like when you take time out for yourself, you are going to reconnect with the good in the... My camera cut off, sorry. I don't know where it cut off, but I hope you got the messages that you needed. I love you very much. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. If you would like a personal reading, check the description box below. I love you. Bye. Okay, pile number two. I bought these tarot cards for Halloween, but I've been using them for not Halloween readings. So, because I feel like they just give me the messages. I connect really well with them. So, they're not seasonal tarot cards. I don't want, ew. What am I talking about? What do pile number two, what do their angels want to tell them? What do the angels want to tell pile number two? Angel messages for pile two. Angel messages for pile two. One more shuffle. Angel messages for pile number two. We have the Page of Swords, we have the Sun, we have the Chariot, and we have the Five of Wands reversed. Signs I'm getting are Leo, Cancer. We are in Cancer season right now, approaching Leo season, but these are timeless readings, so it doesn't have to be. What I am sensing from this is, I feel like for this group, you have got it going on. You got it going on. And I feel like you're really moving forward in your life, and like your inner light is really shining right now. And if you don't feel like, if you feel like a piece of shit right now, then just know that like it's on its way. And it's like your 100%, your full potential is about to be maximized. And you're just moving ahead leaps and bounds in your life, and the stuff that you used to compete for in your life, whether this is like never feeling good enough for a relationship, right? If someone always kept you on the back burner, if someone always treated you like an option, or if it's like, you know, competing in your industry and everyone always passing you by, or if it's like as small as keeping up with the Joneses, right? She has a nice car and I'm always taking the bus. The chariot can actually mean a car, by the way, so that message might be for someone. But the messages I'm getting is that the people you used to compete with, or the people you used to envy or admire, I'm getting like strong high school vibes. Some of you may be going to a high school reunion. I guess that's around this time of year too. But they just kind of look like duds. Like, I feel like this is like an ugly swan or ugly duckling turns into a beautiful swan story. I feel like, you know, maybe on some level, again, it could be relationships, it could be career, it could be like keeping up with the Joneses, friendship type of thing, popularity type of thing. But I feel like, you know, long ago, there was some envy, some jealousy, some like, when is it going to be my turn type of feelings, right? And now you have come into your power, you have developed yourself. Quite possibly the reason why you're at your 100%, the reason why you're glowing at your strongest is because you had to go through these competitions with people, is because you had to go, basically you had to build your character because, you know, you might have gone through kind of like a loser phase. I'm not like putting anyone down. I've gone through plenty of loser phases, but I just feel like, you know, now that you've had to go through all of your trials and tribs, it's like you can only go up from here, right? And I feel like there might be some people around you, you know, quite possibly these people you used to envy, who are now envying you. And this could be even strictly online, strictly on social media, but it's like a switch in, you know, people you always tried to impress, didn't give a crap about you, and now the tables have turned and you're looking good, smelling good, you know, earning great money, on top of your game, and now these people are wanting your attention, right? So let me get an angel message card for you. For pile number two, give us an angel message card. I also want to say, if you have any insecurities whatsoever, you know, about like these old people you used to feel insecure around, that is going to change quickly, and you really have no need to feel like inferior or insecure about this, because they don't even compare right now. One more shuffle. We have Xana. You are protected from all types of harm. The worst is now behind you. I ask you to relax and feel safe. So what did I just say? Some of you might have even experienced bullying in your childhood, and it might have been like a weird feeling wanting to impress these people who were like abusive to you, right? Like, I don't know, humans are weird sometimes. So, you know, maybe popular people might have been really rude, abusive, might have betrayed you, because, you know, this Xana card talks about fear, right? Fear about past things that happened in our past that they're going to keep repeating. But you know, this says that you are protected now. Your angels are looking out for you. You're protected. You're on your shine, right? You're on your game. And so all of that is behind you, and now you can feel safe and relax. In fact, I feel like tables have turned and now you have the power. Not to say like, you know, you should be abusive to these people or smug or anything like that. I'm just saying, like, try not to hold any residual insecurities, because You cannot compete if they do not compare, right? Let me know if that resonated. I love you very much. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. If you would like a personal reading, check the description box below. I love you. Bye. Okay, pile number 3, last but not least. What are your angel messages? What are your angels trying to tell you? What are your angels trying to tell you? What are your angels trying to tell you? Pile number 3, clear messages, please. What are their angels trying to tell them? Pile number 3, what are their angels trying to tell them? Pile number 3, what are their angels trying to tell them? One more shuffle. Pile number 3, what are angels trying to tell you? Says she talks to angels. Lovers reversed. Devil reversed. 8 of Wands. And the 2 of Cups reversed. Not gonna lie, guys. I feel a breakup commencing. I mean, it's just so strong. Maybe even possible divorce, because the devil talks about contracts, so this could be breaking a bond. If it's not divorce, it could also mean like moving out, right? Having to like get out of that lease, get out of that agreement. But we have 2 cards that talk about a disconnect in love, right? We have the Lovers reversed and the 2 of Cups reversed. I mean, that's pretty clear, guys. So I feel like there is some disconnect. People seeing eye to eye, people going down different paths, different directions, and not being on the same vibration anymore. You know, maybe the Lovers is a major arcana, obviously, and you know, maybe this connection was good for a while, you know, maybe for years and years and years, this was a great person to be with. This was, you know, a bond that was very healthy, very loving, and for some reason, you guys have outgrown it, and there may have been some toxicity involved, but I feel like there is a realization to unchain yourself, both of you unchain yourself from this connection and break that bond, right? Break that tie. With the devil too, I want to say, you know, there might have been like a great sexual connection, and I don't think it's like, you know, that like sex blinded you or anything, because like I said, we do have the Lovers here. I feel like you know, there was like strong chemistry, strong bond, and you guys have just grown apart. With the 8 of Wands, I don't feel like this is, I mean, yes, there's probably communication coming either from you or your partner, communication you might have to initiate, but I feel like this 8 of Wands is actually more about movement, right? Because I did talk about moving out, breaking those bonds, breaking that agreement. And this is an agreement too with the 2 of Cups. You know, it's a mutual agreement. And like I said, I just don't feel like you guys are seeing eye to eye anymore. Signs we have are Gemini, Capricorns. Sometimes I see the devil as Scorpio, because, you know, Pluto, Lord of the Underworld, those little dark gothy Scorpios. But, you know, it doesn't have to be a sign. But I feel like intuitively you already know this. I don't feel like you are hanging on to this connection. And so your angels may be trying to tell you, you know, maybe you're sticking it in, thinking, you know, maybe I should just give this one more try, or, you know, stick to my commitments. Maybe we're just going through a rough patch, but I feel like intuitively you know what you need to do. And, you know, if that isn't resonating, then this isn't for you. This is just 3 piles, and I'm reading for, you know, thousands of people, and I hope another reading resonates for you. But for the people I'm connecting with today, I feel like, you know, this is definitely breakup, divorce energy. Let's see what your angel card has to say. And I do want to say that, you know, breaking up is hard, obviously, and there is a deep connection here, a deep bond, and like I said, I don't really feel like, you know, there might have been some toxicity that developed later on in their relationship, but I feel like this was healthy for a good while. So, you know, it might make it even harder to say goodbye because you did have such a good relationship. But, you know, breaking up is hard to do, and there might be some fear around, especially if you've spent a long time with this person, there might be some fear around, like, how do I live without them? You know, like, I spent so many years, I'm just like used to them being in my life. But I feel like there may be some like stuck energy, and once you guys break ties, I feel like momentum's gonna pick up, movement's gonna pick up in your life, and you're gonna be redirected into where your path is ultimately leading right now. Spirit, could you give me an angel card, one more shuffle for pile number 3? Thank you. We have Shanti. I am the angel of peace. I bring you new tranquility and a smoother road ahead. So yeah, like I was saying, this is going to open up a smooth road for you, right? This is going to open up peace. And I feel like this breakup is going to be peaceful. I do not feel like there's going to be animosity. I feel like your partner is probably intuiting the same thing. And I do feel like this will be an amicable breakup. Which I cannot say for everyone, right? So in a sense, you are lucky. Like I said, breakups are hard, but you know, you have the advantage of not breaking up as ugly as some other breakups, right? So I'm very sorry to hear about that, but I wish you well on your new path of peace. And I love you very much. If you would like a personal reading, check the description box below. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. I love you. Bye.